fucked up. Turn it back on. I wonder what he's doing. Is he gonna make me go? Okay. That was weird. Yeah, see. They really got something going on. This type of shit. Why? The majority of I can't even say majority of the time, man. Because really, I be trying to bust moves so I can make some money, but unless I got to go in somewhere and do something, usually I don't be trying to get out of my car. When you get out the car, this they try to force an encounter, and that's how you bring it into your world. So now that I have that understanding, which really I just got that today, it's been helping me. Every time I see the setup, I've been avoiding it. And usually, like, it's just been a little harder than usual. But I would at least have a full tank of gas. As soon as the fuck shit would start, I'd bounce, hop on the E-way and and go up. You know what I'm saying? Way down at the bottom, I'd bust a move. I'd go all the way up. I mean, we're so far down, it ain't even in the numbers yet. But by the time I finish driving, I'd be somewhere up around 150th Street. I just shift my location, and that changes things because now you're in a new area, and I got to learn that part too. What is it about the areas? You know, because it seems like only the gang stalkers can follow you from day to day, but the spell work doesn't come into play till after you show up somewhere. Either that first time, and it makes me wonder, certain places are portals, and because you were going to a certain place and it's a portal and they knew you were going to be there, they're able to appear. And that's how I ran into a lot of women that I ran into. And because they did that spell on me so many times, I know when somebody has done a love spell, uh, whatever it's called, but it's one of them ones where like they summon you kind of spell, so they can once again force the encounter. Like the first time I recognized it was done to me was I hadn't seen my cousin Tiki in like 20 years, and I had been trying not like, what's up with y'all? How y'all been? But nobody says nothing to me, and then just out of nowhere, one day, and I'm not even knowing that it was so close to her house. It was only like 10 blocks away. I'm in Robbinsdale, they're on the north side. I'm thinking I'm far as fuck, but I'm not. I'm pumping my gas, and she just pulls up and jumps out. And I just so happen to see it. Locked eyes with her. And nope, I take that lie back. I didn't lock eyes with her. But I knew it was her. And I was in just a position. And no matter what, I was going to see her. But guess what I did? I acknowledged her. T. I let it in. I let it in. And I'm talking about the beginning. I mean, not the beginning, but the rest of the rape and the pillage of everything that was going on to me. Started. I let it in. I remember that. Same thing with one of her friends, uh, uh, Pinky, pretty little chick, only like 25, 26, something like that. Chick could have been something, and I'm pretty sure I'd take that back. Not been something. She's going to be. She's kind of sharp. You know what I mean? And a little retarded, but north side. Uh, little young chick, cute man. Type of chick that a nigga like me on another occasion, I would have went with it. I want me a young chick that's moldable. If she could be moldable, because she was hanging out with my cousin, man. I don't know how moldable she would have been. And they're off. So it's gonna be a long night. So they've been throwing spell work at me all day. I see that there's something that's really funky trying to unroll. As soon as I get over here to my parking spot and shit, man, I leave that shit down there in the park. These motherfuckers pull around here with the flashing lights. I'm supposed to take the bait. No more bait. Okay. They pull off. They're mad. He's not taking the fucking bait. There's no police in there. Maybe he'll get nervous and leave. No, I'm not. I rolled down the window and everything so he could talk to me. If you want to tell me to go, I'll go. But hey, I'm just saying hi. I'm not going to sit here in the dark with my windows up and you pull up. They always pull up and shine the lights right in your face. And the funny part is like, I ain't even take the camera and like just put it all in his, all into the car. But he pulled up right here. Never looked me in my face, not one time. His head down, like he's slouching. That's how you drive like that? Oh, okay. Like slouching. You could barely see. You know what I mean? His face is barely coming up over the, right here. I can see just the top of his head because right here is the window. His head's down. Like he's sleep driving or something. Never looks at me. Just sits there. Sits at the beginning for about a minute or two. Slow drives around. Flashes the lights in front of me. Sits right here for a minute or two. And then slow drives out. Okay. The life of Trey. I wonder what's coming next. Definitely gonna have to stay tuned. Because they're popping them off like over Redenbacher. That it might be the Fetty, stalkers next, just to keep me entertained while they concoct their next scheme. And I bet you 110% their next motherfucking thing that they're gonna do, somebody's gonna pull up and sit right next to me. And they're not gonna look at me. They're gonna try and they have to force me to take the bait. I got to be like, hey motherfucker, all this goddamn room, man, this is where you come sit. Right next to me. And I bet you as soon as I engage, somebody's gonna pick up their face and look over at me that I know that I ain't seen, that's from Minnesota, that I know that is a part of the fuck shit. Taking the bait. So now their spell work is at play. And they're in their whatever occult practice laws, because it's either a lot of the stories like what we be when we would watch movies, like the stories they would put about vampires, you gotta welcome the vampire into your house, or he can't come in your house and shit. You know what I'm saying? They just make it look like, I mean, it's make believe. You know, I don't believe in like real vampire, like they're sucking blood. But yes, there are real vampires, and they're energy vampires. And it seems to me like, yeah, you gotta invite the motherfuckers in. And once you invite these motherfuckers in, nigga, it's hell to get them out. So, let me lean on back, because here they come popping through the, the little woodworks and shit. The one dude that cleans the little, the little parking lot. I saw him walking around on the outskirts with his bucket and his little picker-upper thing, so he'll be up here in a minute. And they use him in various ways. He's with shits too. He hasn't done it in a minute. I guess he's got enough mean mugs from me or whatever, but he's one of them fuck boys that I'll be over this motherfucker and I'll be leaned all the way back. I don't see nothing up over the brim. And then they want to get close. They always want to see you. These motherfuckers really think like a motherfucker, and I am in a minute, nigga. I'm gonna be pulling all kinds of hocus pocus magician shit. God's training me. But they're trying to see, like, is he in there? Well, he probably disappeared or something. I bet you that's what these motherfuckers are saying. So they have to come see, they gotta come check. And then when they see me, then they, yeah, he's there. Whatever the fuck they do, weirdos. Because they always make sure that they get close enough to see. And that's a distraction in itself. If every time one of these motherfuckers pulling their shits, you jump all over them, that's part of the tactic too. So their mission was to come over and see if you were here. If you jump bad and let them get you out your body, cool too. That's it, man. Hey, the whole thing is to distract you from something that you are about to be privileged to, or learn, or be about, or your life path, or something. They have to keep fucking you off, tricking you off, sending you off, having you in a position where you're lost. That's what it's about. And they reap the gains while they got you tricked off. Your energy or whatever that was supposed to come to you, and they know how to intercept the shit. And savages with no souls, and they got to harvest off of ours to have anything in this world. If you don't have a soul, you don't have no energy. You don't have no energy to use to make anything, to attract anything. You have to harvest energy from those that have a soul. And they are unknowing of what you're doing. And while they are unknowing of what you're doing, you get to live high off the hog. But there is also karma in play when it boils down to it. Once a person finally has their awakening, if they wake up. If they don't wake up, then hey, I guess that's just, how the things go. But most definitely, if you stay asleep, if you die asleep while they were doing that shit to you, it's just a wrap. They get away with it. Spoils war. You gotta wake up, stand up for yourself, take your power back in order for them to receive their karma for what they've been doing. Cold demo. Alright. I'm gonna turn this thing back on when the fuck shit starts again. I gotta use the bathroom.